Nyami Adom Omowa on den etinkwem.
I see.
Ndame no ka say oba TOR do vehicle runabout eko etwemoko TOR eko insider. You know TOR road are one of the roads obi bia obeba the industrial area of TOR Tema Enclave TOR Enclave hollow. Bekachre will say the road is very, very bad. Very, 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 very bad. And I mean, I say through the government initiative in collaboration with the TMA, which is the Tema Metro, no, I say construction is ongoing. Or more making sure say on be put the road into a proper shape. Now I am more trouble. Now that issue of TOR road, I say TOR road in your papa, TOR road, all will become a thing of the past. That is what is happening. Oba refinery Honswa, Nyami Adom said ye in no. Mampeni John Dramani Mahama, in his own wisdom, decided to appoint a young man in the person of Mr. Edmond Combat Esquire, knowing very well, say, our agenda be to add value to all raw materials and not living crude or oil and gas. And now I can say before I buy so na Kwame Nkrumah thermal oil refinery was granted to a halt. Absolutely nothing was happening when it comes to its core mandate. And by virtue of good leadership, thinking outside the box together with the deputy, Mr. Alhaji Mustafa Bataleman, work has come to fusion and BBBI ekoso boko. Intino obibia ehunye. Watch it. I'm very sure, sir. It's you on the Greater Accra Regional Minister na comment no. Ade ba ko a mesre obibia oye NDC ni say. Se obi anje antum se wafum waslepia, that person will not in the first place apologize. So ya we. So for the Greater Accra Regional Minister to utter a statement to explain and apologize, nature say ono ankasa a reflect ehun say she ought not to have said it maybe the way or can. You get the point?
Yes.
And now I said, because all your public figure, no, she shouldn't have uttered those words. So memo be or your NDC and try to justify what an apology has been given on. What did I make an say? Yes. So let us not try to justify, even though some of us have our own reservation. Because watching my cast as a more baby. And let me repeat it here. So that I can meet you.
Yeah.
It is true. My main statement, it was in a contest.
Yeah.
The contest of mentioning the North. Any tribal coloration be a woman. Or person what say what transfer nipa no if you are crowd na ko chi. And normally, even in our normal conversation, you person you can chi say North.
Yeah.
North ton, North ton. It doesn't necessarily mean say North. It can be Bono, it can be Western, it can be Ahafo, and all other places. So it has nothing to do with tribe. 2, let us not hide what is already in existence. What you when you NDC, when you MPP.
Yeah.
Party biya ba since the inception of Ghana. The only way I de punishing Crawford and they say you better transfer one.
Yeah.
You see, so be the bonnet. Na bonnet no entimi meet the threshold o de be dismissing. Yet who agree say ni na wada na di no enso ania. And I say we use other form of punishment. Because all dismissing otimi do here then echo court.
Yeah.
So all successive government always will go for the low-hanging fruit. And what is the low-hanging fruit? Just to transfer you.
No.
Just to transfer you. So all government have used this mechanism to punish people omo feel say omo ni ebi etiatia omo dwuma no emra. And anytime anybody wants to transfer biano, se nipa no was south, we look up to taking the person to the northern part
of Ghana,
of the country. Feeling say a punishment. Way it has lived with us, only God knows how long.
And it was in Chada.
And it was in Chada.
Yeah.
And from so one penny say, Wako kandi ayen kansuna yenim. That is the only mistake she did. And also because of her position.
That's true.
But we in the position too. Now we the facts so can public now. And yadia minu na nim say
it can be.
It has been happening. Minu kasi. And the MPP 2017. People were transferred from Accra, Central Region, Voter Region, to the North. Simply because Ebi fele so amu ye NDC for.
Yeah.
Simply also because Nkrofuna dane niye biye di omo susu se enyentinu. Let's punish them by transferring them. Me no ka say enye Greater Accra Regional Minister nkwa na transfer Nkrofu from Accra to the North. Go and check other agencies.
Yeah.
It has happened. Into where it has been part of us. The only mistake is all your public officer. Now we utter publicly. Anameboa. That's the only mistake. But ejuma we are here, you know. Ye nine be pimbo. Ye be shiase. Ye be fum. Because ye nipa anameboa.
That's true.
But the maturity of leadership. And it's a ufum. Onampi onam pim. Na nkrofo draw attention to it. You admit and do the needful. And this is exactly what the regional minister has done. Let's temper mercy with justice. This has nothing to do with tribalism. Ma minim no. Minim but minim no pa. But during election campaign, na mi was shy Osudoku. I went to campaign for her. Because standing afar, na mi huni ebi wonimu, what she carries and what she can do. I know say nipa de, enyo obiya na ebe do, and enyo obiya na ebe den, ebe town. But as a woman in politics, sometimes it is not easy. Nti so mutimi ekwa bedu sam pempen so na. They need our support. So far, so good. Okay, I say, I'll be making sure, say, Accra, Nkania Nina Ebeson, even though I'm sure so when to me, I 100%, you know. But it was encouraged because the last time I met you, now I hear about 70%. I'm going to watch it.
Yeah.
And in the exams, in some schools, unya 70 A, worst case scenario, B plus. Now, mommy and now papa na ako chron so she. Now we nya A and B plus. And now bana kochron so hwe na we nya A and B plus. But won't you be happy?
Yeah.
Won't you be happy? So let us forgive her. Personally, acknowledge the fact say pen commentary no ba ku mienu bia eden anko ye and I apologize. Yema we ente enkwada, but those very close and those surrounding her no. It's been over 1 year now. Ye fano as Greater Accra Regional Minister. Ye best say concentration no ko we jumani so more. Neba media engagement. Se oni media liaison ana PRO ana se either obe kasama na on try say obe engage obi. There are a lot of PR experts all over the country. All over the country. On try so be engage bakumi enubi. So that those people will be doing the media engagement for her, propagating her works and her deeds, whilst she concentrates fully on the day-to-day activities of engagement. Because sometimes, said the American, journalists can push you to the extent that you may not even know what you are saying.
Yeah.
Ubeke we answer when we say yeah minimanka. Insuna it is already in the public.
Yeah.
But so PR person now or no is being pushed by a journalist. No a mistake. At least you will become the last resort and you can correct the wrong. But when you are always the first, who then corrects your wrong? That is why and young from to say you PR and then young from to say you aid. It is because of some of these circumstances, so that they are all you manama or no from you can sit back, assess the person's action, then in response, you will be able to respond correctly. It must say so be OT or very close to her, no. So ni obi or kasamani bia in this day and age as a minister, deputy minister, as a CEO, deputy CEO, institution, we can't be working without having PROs who speaks for and on behalf of us. Let us not underplay or undermine the work of a PR. It's a very powerful tool.
I know that.
Because a word can make you and a word can unmake you.
I know. But that's it. Adia back on so a ham space in the say asema mami kai say me the medical state me position that and yen na me babeka. But the point is that omo ya na omo tie encrophobia report to encrophobia no aya omo ma accurate reportage obetumi atra ha na maka asem onambo kokko ya kan asem wa ha o onabo antie onabo freya and mebo na me person mebo tape no, but I listened to one of my points nibi na no reaction no dey kono na you uncalled for and yet timekra me call you on the chief of staff say on for the 94 non call some appointees nibi into order because the banner say hardware for one appointee to insult the fellow appointee na at that TikTok. I am going to say, Tiana Mosumushi Omana Monomo Akasa.
Metie that video ne.
I know it.
You see, the issue is that
I know it.
sometimes Asemba.
Now we are from
Sometimes, sometimes Asemba ne say one trip breaker.
Yes.
And you don't hasten slowly. You finish commenting before Bakutie a seminal said dia etiankasa.
Okay.
And before Obetie we realize say your earlier actions anka utie ya you wouldn't have uttered those words.
And okay.
Said ya okay when you see as an answer many one MPP guy call radio.
Yeah.
On this Doomso issue.
And yeah, why? Yeah.
Yes, on this Doomso issue.
I've seen that video.
So, my point was that, say, mo person mo chile and say, Doomso NC one more time. Adentin na movie an emergency plant. Efi Accra de, Ediko Kumasi. To go and serve what purpose? So, in trying to mention Ameri, and I'm a born car power. You get the point? So, obi a own near seminal, only on trivialities.
No, they are making case.
In communication is a very powerful tool. Obi kasa, it has a rationale and what you sought to achieve. So, what I sought to achieve is say there was a plant that was moved from Takrade
to
Kumasi to do away with Doomso. You get the point? Me can we yababe just to explain say otie maame no conversation na on the issue of say what transfer and for akon nofa. As I said, it has always been a conversation that you have it. Say oh baby now for Kyopa, we want to transfer you to a far place
from your home.
From your home.
Yes. The distance from home.
Yes, we transfer you far from home to where we feel like you feel uncomfortable. Because only we bush your phone money na atna hano mache. So a sudden transfer will hurt you because you unplanned. So the word north was not necessarily or may not necessarily be referring to the northern part of this country. You get the point? Because you can say, Masa, I don't feel chichi, I don't feel north.
Yeah.
I don't feel titi. I don't feel north because we feel from south to north is very far. You get the point. But so when take it time and get it the rationale behind the conversation, you will put certain meanings to it, which may not be the meaning.
Okay.
You get the point.
Okay.
And that's why I use a word here, as an example, in order to go all around without having something to say. Now the issue is that I don't understand the difference between Amheri and car power. You get the point. So remember, say the woman who uttered those statements, it is equally not out of place.
It
is equally not out of place. Say what I say.
Yeah.
I reflected on the video. What I say, I reflected on the Greater Accra Regional Minister's statement.
Yeah.
What I say, 80 other narratives, and she feel she overreacted. It is also not out of place.
Okay.
So when you're in the public cramp, I'll bet you get the woman's contact.
Okay.
And extend some form of apologies to the woman. To apologize indicate maturity. To apologize doesn't connote weakness.
Okay.
It rather connotes maturity.
All right. Thank you so much. Alaska for little aye TV ne so na yan comment we mfi hotel. Na yanko yenim 90.5 FM sunie. Osha TV ne so a aye Ghana de shebi a wo mo ahihye we atale yellow ibia ha akoko srade ne ya tro thank you heat for paying our outstanding salaries, pension fund contribution, and severance left by ... Okay. Remember tier 4 background kakra as far as this story is concerned. I be told ya, say under the MPP administration, there was a mining firm bia na oko Pristia Honey Valley. Concession bia na ohonom no. Na mo capacity enso. Na heat good feels for and na one more ebeso mo. Na legacy debt the previous company ni ejato honom no na ano den emma abeto dwakra say hit good forecast say omo mother company be a friend Yamadin worth $2 billion wamu betimi aso masene. But later the contractual agreement between Hit Good and Yamadino report ni chirimwa abrogation bamu because of one or two issues. Now, sa story ada ho no me. Any nipa ejina banana chino. Ghana Mine Workers Union. Ene womo bo Heat Gold Fields abaso. Se omo atimi afofeli omo promise in settling over $22 million outstanding legacy debt. $22 million so when you outstanding legacy debt a car na a daho a car the previous company no a bottle honomo no a Hit Gold for buy no womatimi egusua etua saka no na report no kra chire mu a hwebe in a week or two there is another $20 million bi anam kwan so ba Hit Gold for some rabishim me kaisa emre bi me ye interview ewo kasavide we nsi anso na some workers of this same firm or former workers kase that mining concession site no ada ho ache. It's a Hit Gold first for entimi pompisika to revive that mining firm na. They should rather release emani obetimi aya adwuma no. It got to a point when we interview workers na wamu dia ne say wamu probi obetimi revive so that wamu enlusu omadwuma. But ene abide the policy aba say abrofuna woman di oman Ghana nyache in terms of mining. Na oma 2 year from agudie bi over 100 years. Na every year dividends. Omu year no masisa kwa brochire no. It's about time. Esenya Ghana for no me den. Womu ti meso sa adwuma nim. Na mame ti bibi nkyerɛw. Sɛnea na Go Face Ghana. Go Face for FIEMP as subcontractors and I'm mine no. The same thing. And I report to the Chimua. You see about the heat gold for and a kita concession no. They also employ subcontractors a bear mine in Ediamomo. And a crack tabia a boy fee hammy di home common. HSA one bit me surface mining and underground. Na you say underground mining no for over 2 years near anomonia mining no in so togwam nanim and every day 1 million liters of water every day 1 million liters of insua a tie concessioner and a heat for aqua cosomono. But obi baby say hit go face no idea. I am reliably informed. Say it is 100% a Ghanaian company. Send obo engineers and planners are obo Baba no. You come about him Baba. Baba no. Send obo engineers and planners obo Baba no. You can't hit gold face sir. Ghana need this share your friend of Kwabena for. Or no so hit gold fields to 100% ni nyina den aye ne dia. Somewhere last week engineers and planners omo djuma om ye any gold om tu nyina no omo ton ma Bank of Ghana through Ghana Gold Board. Etene se nyame be adom na hit gold fields for so omo start adjuma na omo ya omo so gold no ye be yire omo so omo nye den omo ton fama Bank of Ghana through the Ghana Gold Board. Eti winning koma honom ti ye be hwe na ene akwa Friday no next week ye be hwe workers no bi na ye interview om say mo na no mo ka say mo hit gold fields for tiado agoma so but en dey omo aso asamba se omo bo maba so wo bo mo tuja no wo mo eka na da ho eni bi akatua enkam ene omo pension contribution anesenka wo mo timi ede atua ni nyina no $22 million hit good foods for the aba omo akwa tuatua saka ni nyina da enti wen enkomo a ho a yedie ti ebesre se Ghana for do na e sika o man ne honim die no obia emfa ne ho yeden anyim sansa brofi adi o man Ghana nyache wo mo tuafo magudie o man 5% 10% ya kadi nyina no no mo de sen enne dollar no ena ne ho akire na sidi no edna ahye wanko na wo bɔ ne yam no isi a won tra 12 dollar ne timin tra 12 enti adwadefo betimi aplane enti kudos to the team ene adwumaso a monso mo bɔ ne workers ne hwe nyina ne se monso mo di sika be share adwumanim so that obia enlusu na adwuma because unemployment rate abanwe ebeto ye no ano odin eti kakra obia nya de ebekɔ na no a say pressure ne be den enso betimi about form eti na chese ne etie na nei en ma kire mo no hit gold fields no isia ewura aye Ghana need share dia send engineers and planners eso Ghana need share dia no sa pepe ne yekono sa pepe ne yekono na konta mining for da be no mbajibi I got that mining okay